Hey, it's Soul, and welcome to Friday's Warcraft news for new and veteran players, and my excuse for not reporting on anything throughout the week as it happens. Lazy. Our top story, of course, comes out of Gamescom earlier this week, when Blizzard unveiled the centerpiece of their 7.1 patch content, the return to Karazhan as a 5-man dungeon. For those not familiar with the piece, Karazhan was a 10-man raid brought in way back in the Burning Crusade expansion, and is widely accepted as one of the more favorite raid instances in WoW, thanks to its character and accessibility to smaller guilds. I like to think of it as Stockholm Syndrome, though. Imagine an entire expansion where literally the only raid your team could run was Karazhan. For the sake of your own survival and sanity, you'd start loving it too. Blizzard has been revisiting the experience gains obtained from participating in the invasion event over the past few weeks. Frankly, it's been kinda crazy with how it's been handled, and especially the frustration from players. I get that there have been bugs with the implementation and it's had to be hotfixed again and again. I get that it would irk some players. What's interesting though is that this is feedback over an event that lets players level up very, very quickly. On one hand is the complaint that leveling in WoW is too easy. It's a joke, some say. The world has got to feel more threatening. Elite mobs should come back and basically give us legacy servers. On the other is what we're seeing right now. Again, the actual concern is how buggy the experience distribution has been, but ultimately players just want to be able to ride this train and max out their alts as quick as possible. You know, it's almost like there are separate sub-communities that feel differently about things. Go figure. It was a while back in late March when World of Warcraft Traveler was announced. It's a book series directed towards younger readers in the 8 to 12 range, and its cover was revealed the other day. I've got to say that the art style of the cover is a big departure from what was first shown in the reveal. It's said that the book will include work from Samwise Diddler, Blizzard's art director and frontman for level something something Elite Tauren Chieftain. The cover is done by Stefan Bellin, another Blizzard art director that really captures the feeling that I at least get when I'm looking at a kid's book. Other reactions on the cover haven't been as favorable, but you can't judge a book by its something, right? Discounted pre-orders are available on Amazon now, and the book will release October 25th. Legion previews have been pouring out over the past week, and it's too much information to go into detail. Zone previews, dungeon previews, class hall previews, and more. Check out the description below for links for those and everything else relevant in today's video. Blizzard released another Reforged video just today, this time showing off one of the Warglaives of Azeroth. It's another super legit build, and as a bonus, it's a testament to why only elves should be demon hunters. Check it out. Finally, Fatboss did a pretty meaty interview with Ian Hazzikostas over the patch 7.1 announcement. A recording of it is over on Twitch, so go check that out because there's a lot of info to digest. The main thing of the day concerned statements from Blizzard during Gamescom in the aftermath of the 7.1 announcement. Blizzard developers reiterated that their previous production philosophy changed from the pipe dream of yearly expansion releases to a more optimized pace that respects certain concerns like content gaps and pacing between raid tiers. Fans met the news with this venomous skepticism that seems almost uncharacteristic until you revisit Blizzard's track record. Ever since they've attempted to push out expansions faster for one reason or another, that's worked out against them, resulting in not so much a delay in releases, but a predictable lack of stuff to do between the final tier and the next expansion. The concerns are valid, but fans have taken a statement as simple as, "Hey, we're gonna do better this time around," and have pushed back so hard you'd think that these players were recovering from spousal abuse. And again, I get it. It's like I gotta walk on eggshells here. Some players might feel cheated. The frustration is understandable, but it's a little bit over the top. But I think it's more than just Blizzard's statements that have the gaming community on edge these days. We don't have to look very far back at all to see other segments of the industry singing the same song. Just the other week, No Man's Sky was released for the PlayStation 4. Long story short, its release is a tale of expectations not matching the results, or otherwise not living up to the hype. There are some parallels between this and Blizzard, and I can go on for a while with other games that have been talked up only to turn out to be a lot less than what was advertised. Sean Murray is the director behind No Man's Sky and is the voice behind a lot of the hype surrounding it, and as of this recording, the voice is very, very quiet. I can't say that it's not fair for developers to have expectations from their fans, or that consumers shouldn't complain when things don't turn out the way that it was presented, but as someone at least familiar with development, I do feel for these video game people. And some in the development community feel the same for Sean and his team. An article on Kotaku goes over the No Man's Sky release and quotes one developer, Forrest Dowling, as saying, "Aspirations become promises once stated." And with Blizzard games, notably WoW expansion releases, this is this is hella true. From missing troll raids to Karazhan and Bladespire to Path of the Titans to the Dance Studio, sometimes it's not the best idea to announce something before it's totally on lock, and Blizzard has kept things very close to the chest with Legion. On top of that, the 7.1 announcement is a bold and maybe confidence-boosting move on their part. I mean, we haven't seen anything announced this early complete with its own trailer, which is a pretty good sign. Unlike the team at No Man's Sky, Blizzard has had the time and opportunity to learn from past mistakes, missteps, and poor choices of words. For some of you, it might be hard to give them a benefit of the doubt. They made mistakes, but we as fans can only speculate the facts or accept the more calculated and thought-out explanations afterward. If they're feeling good about pushing a better release schedule, let's give them a break and let them have a go at it. All of us, even game developers, should have the room to try and fail at things. Once upon a time, I said long ago that I want to be Taylor Swift's future ex-boyfriend, but times change and better things come along. See? Too late, girl. Sorry! We've got like 10 or so days until WoW's next big thing. I encourage you folks to, just for a moment, let the hype sink in. It's coming. It's happening. Put the cynicism up on the shelf for just a little while and save the disappointment for when it actually happens. Not when some jackass on a soapbox preaches the doom and gloom. So that's the news for the week, and from the looks of it, I'm on track to hit 1,000 subscribers around Legion launch time. Whoa! But really, I am super excited about it. Next week, I'm going to try and pump out as much stuff as I can, including a response on the whole Warcraft Bible thing, a tutorial on Trade Skill Master, a fashion show, more crap, and somewhere in there, more failed attempts at humor. The week after that, you might see a bit less of me while I dive into Legion, but you can probably join me on my Twitch screen while I make failed attempts to engage you guys live. Yeah. So, thank you so much for sticking it out to the end. Like and sub so we can hit that 1,000 sub milestone, and I'm out of here for the weekend. You guys stay safe, and I'll see you guys next week. Stay breezy, guys.